to put my people, our people, in a position to where we can get financial freedom. And I'm trying to prove to people that it don't take a lot of money. I always got a couple rules. One, do your research into the company. Two, buy low. Three, sell high. I got the kid in investing. I had my first kid at 18. Started a mutual fund from him. And then once I did that, I always had that in the back of my head of something I wanted to get into. Starbucks, Jumia, Tesla, Disney, Nike, fuel cell, plug power. I just got into it and just wanted to just share my experience with the people. Yo, how's it going out there? It's your boy, Brother DJ, back with another Wolf on Wall Street. I hope you guys having a good Father's Day weekend. Shout out to all my fathers out here. Happy Father's Day to you guys. It's a scorcher, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. Hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to all my Squadcast TV members that's not in the building with me right now. Shout out to all the Junkyard TV guys. Shout out to Chef in his outdoors. Hey, that brother's doing big things. I forgot to put his link to one of his latest videos in the description box, but I'm gonna make sure I do that. Shout out brother Chef, and I appreciate everything he's got going on. We definitely gonna be coming to you guys with a squad cast. Yes, we're coming back. Be this Wednesday. We're gonna go ahead and get something going on. Be a little different, but you know, we'll have a majority of us, you know, able to give you guys great content. That's what it's all about. You know, we definitely, with everything that's going on in the world, there's definitely a lot to talk about. Definitely a lot to discuss. Get a lot of opinions. Get you guys' opinions, of course. So definitely looking forward to that. Shout out Midwest Matthew, of course. Definitely appreciate that brother and everything he's done for us as me personally and you know as a group. You know, the brother films the battles too and does a great job with the editing and stuff like that. Like Midwest Matthew is a jack of all trades. Like that brother has a lot of talents, and you know, I'm definitely, like I said, appreciative of him. So much gratitude for everything that he does. Well, you know, let's get into it. We're gonna talk. What I want to, you know, we're gonna talk about the stocks and all of this stuff, but I want to talk about how inflation, quote unquote, has affected the stock market that we're in today. All right, I got a couple articles that I'm going to share, you know, like I did the last time. Then I'm going to actually put the link in the description box as well, so you guys can check that out. But, you know, I found a couple great articles, a couple great sources in regards to this particular subject. One of the articles that I reviewed was, you know, just done on June 3rd, 2022 from money.com. Title of this particular article is "Here's How Inflation is Actually Affecting the Stock Market." And they really break it down into several different categories, you know, to recession fears, drop in demand for risky assets, business earnings and investor behavior. Is inflation all bad for the stock market? And this is the part that I want to share with you guys. You can go, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put the you know, screenshot of it, of course, so you know what it looks like, and I'm gonna put the link in there. But I'm gonna just read a little bit of this information for you. So it says, is inflation all bad for the stock market? Some inflation is actually not bad for the stock market, especially for the largest U.S. companies that have good pricing power. Pricing power refers to a company's ability to pass costs on to consumers without hurting demand. This is especially the case if prices are increasing because there are high levels of demand, since the market is easier for companies to pass costs on to consumers, which for the most part is what this analyst is seeing for this particular who, you know, contributed and provided the material for this article. A recent analyst from the Luthold Group actually found that when inflation is high, stocks perform well right after the inflation rate peaks. All right. Even if you're really worried about what inflation and the Fed's interest rate hike means for your investment portfolio, financial advisors often say it's best to stay the course, especially if you have strong investment plan in place with a diversified portfolio. Mm, mm. Diversified portfolio. I wonder where that comes from. I wonder who's been kind of talking about that since I've been giving you guys this information. I always said you do not want to just have yourself in one particular market and have just solely depend on stocks, that you want to have a diversified portfolio, meaning that it's consistent of more than just stocks, meaning you got stocks, bonds, 401k, Roth IRA, stuff like that, all consist of your financial portfolio. Okay, and I've been one of the people. Mind you, I'm no financial advisor. I only give you the information that I know. I've been doing this for a little bit. I do not have any credentials other than I have 2 degrees from college, and that's in computer science and a minor in business administration. Okay. But I want to share this information with you guys, especially for those who have been going bananas in this market that we've been enduring, thinking like, should I sell? Should I keep? Am I gonna hold? Like trust me, I've always said, and how I feel about it, like, you don't actually lose in a stock market until you actually sell the stock. And as long as you're holding on, you're not really actually losing, because when we was popping bottles and celebrating when the stock price was going up, it was all good. We was loving it. And what goes up must come down, and what is down will eventually go back up. And that's kind of what this. So you got to read the whole article. I'm gonna put it in there for you guys. Definitely something to discuss, something to read, something to take notes from, and see if you could implement anything, any tips, or in how you want to approach your portfolio and the stock market and stuff like that. All right. I got another article from you for you guys. It's from Yahoo Finance. This was done on June 17th, 2022. uh I've been real, I don't want to say real big, but I talk about when you're doing investing, and you're looking for strong companies to want to put your money in, and see it kind of grow. I've always been talking about Apple as one of them. I own Apple stock. I tell guys, you guys, or anybody else that's new to this channel, new to this type of content, that Apple is definitely one of those companies you want to put your money in. And I kind of discussed buying points. Considering where Apple was and where it is now. We'll get into that. But I have an article on Yahoo Finance, and it says, here's why Needham sees Apple brand value worth at $1 trillion. And Needham, give you a little bit of background on Needham. Needham and Company is a globally recognized investment banking and asset management firm focused solely on the growth companies and their investors. Founded in 1985, the firm is headquartered in New York City with offices in Boston, Chicago, Minneapolis, San Francisco, and Miami. All right, so this isn't just some little company that's giving their little opinion on Apple stock. All right, they this particular article, they give a lot of great points, a lot of great good information to look into. Um, I'm not going to really give you everything that it says. I really prefer that you guys just go ahead and hit the link and read it yourself. Um, but it talks about how it's improving faster than many other consumer brand companies. Um, how far it can go, as far it can keep rising. How trades have been sharing higher. As of last Friday. It gives you a lot of information, and it's one of those things where, it kind of just reemphasized a lot of the information that I kind of gave you guys and been giving you guys about Apple. Talking about how Apple is one of the mainstays, big boys in this, stock market that we're in, and how Apple is a safer bet, with, of course, like the Microsofts and things of that nature. But like right now, even though it's Saturday, and it's not an actual business day or anything like that, Apple stock uh was up Friday. Right now I have an average cost per share of Apple stock of 125.23. Current stock price right now is 131.52. At one point, Apple stock had a 52-week high of 182.94 with a 52-week low of 129.04. Uh, with it shooting up to almost $200, you know, and with it being as strong as it is, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's going to shoot up to $200, within a couple weeks, months, or anything like that. But I always say that lets you know the potential of Apple and how it can even eclipse the number that I just shared with you guys. Okay, like you can put Apple on your watch list, or you can definitely look into buying points for Apple. I mean, with this type of market that we've been in, right now, Apple stock price is 131.52. If you can get in at like 120, 115 range, that'd be great. If you catch it at 100, if it even gets that low, obviously, I don't think that it will, because I just divulged that the 52-week low was 129.04. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, if you guys don't have Apple, I definitely would recommend. And I'm not a spokesperson for Apple. I just know that Apple's been thriving and going to continue to thrive and continue to do big things. And I'm a firm, believer in Apple, because I've seen it with my own eyes. With my own particular portfolios, especially this one that I've been sharing with you guys since, um, man, I think it was like June of 2020 or something like that. Maybe, yeah, it's been that long. Um, as of recent updates regarding this portfolio here, only thing that I really did was I bought more Vanguard SP 500 ETF. Current stock price right now is 338.41. Um, you know, you gotta have one in your portfolio, right? You gotta have an ETF in your portfolio at some point, and with this particular ETF, when you put your money in and buying stock in this, is like it's really going to a lot of different things. It's not just one particular thing. It's hitting a lot of different sectors in regards to this SP 500. So that's I really see myself really continuing to get more of that. Depending on the stock price, with it being at 338.41. This had a 52-week high of 441.26. 441.26. Yes, it did. Had a 52-week low of 334.24. So obviously, we with it being as high as four and some change, that lets you know that this particular ETF, and probably others as well, can really skyrocket and get back to where it used to be, and maybe even eclipse that. It just, it's a lot of contributing factors. Like I said, inflation is definitely one of them. It's been a big one. This war in Ukraine, the government itself, policies, the politicians, still, I don't want to call it a pandemic, but I guess we're in a post-pandemic. COVID is still out here. Whether some people want to believe it or not, and some people are still being affected by COVID. It's a real thing. So, and there's a lot of other things as well that is contributing to this. But and with the gas prices being astronomically high, I mean, it definitely is just, these oil companies are definitely reaping the rewards, because they know that we need gas. I mean, and this is where the importance of EVs come in, and, the stockholders in these EV companies like Tesla, like Ford, and with their EVs. I just seen a Ford commercial not too long ago where they're introducing pretty much their full line of cars that are EVs. I've seen an EV Mustang, seen an EV pickup trucks, the F 150s and 250s and all that. I mean, so this is if you got an EV right now, you're definitely doing your thing. Shout out Tesla and shout out everybody else that's doing big things. But I definitely appreciate you guys' time, family. I definitely want to say that I'm proud of you guys. Keep doing your thing. Hit the comment section. Let me know if there's any stocks I need to get into. Let me know if there's any cryptocurrencies I need to get into. Crypto is struggling right now, but when it's blood on the street, it's time to eat. So we'll see. With that being said, man, peace to the family. I love y'all.